And welcome back. Today I have the TP360F. Super stoked. This is the football version. We have reviewed several of these before. I'm going to show you guys this new device. It came out right before FIFA, and these things were selling out super quick. So if you guys are interested in this stuff, make sure you guys do check the description below. I will leave a link. Pick one up before they are out. But check out the design on this one. Now, if you guys are brand new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I always try to get you guys here all the latest and greatest stuff. Pretty cool stuff on this projector. Now, on the back, just to show you guys real quick, you do have your power, HDMI, USB, and then there is the power button there. This thing should be extremely easy. You do have the coaxial here if you want to put it on a stand or hang it up however you want. And then the rotation, check this out. I think this is 270 degrees. It goes out pretty far. Now this is a 720 projector. It can support up to 8K, 200 amps and lumens. The contrast ratio is gonna be 200 by 1. It's gonna be a 0.8.1 ultra short throw. It does use Android 14, and then it also uses the all-winner chipset H726 with 8 gigs of storage and 1 gig of RAM. So pretty cool. Now, if you do connect something in the back, obviously like a Fire Stick or any kind of Android TV box, then the sky is the limit. So let's go ahead and plug this in. Oh, let me show you guys the remote too real quick. It's gonna be a very standard remote. Batteries I don't think are included. So very simple. Let's go ahead and plug this in and see exactly what we get. Now, the one thing I did forget to mention, I'll show you guys this right here in a second. This knob up here, you could rotate it to focus. So let me go ahead and put it back here. And as you can see, as I'm moving it around, it automatically reads the orientation and it adjusts. If I do move the knob right here, then I could actually make it pretty sharp. So that is very, very good. So here we go. Let's go ahead and show you guys exactly how this thing works. At the very, very top here, you do have your Netflix, your YouTube, Disney Plus, App Store. You have Screencast, File Manager, HDMI, and Settings. Now on the bottom, you do have more apps and then Plus. So when it comes to like the screencasting, a lot of the stuff is very, very simple here. You could set it up either with your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, whatever it is. You just follow the on-screen instructions here, and this pretty much tells you exactly how we're going to set this up. So very, very simple here. If you go to Miracast, those are the instructions. Here is Apple Play. There is wired, Android wired, how you could set it up, and then Apple wired. So depending on what you have, of course, a lot of us do like to use the wireless features. So there it is right there. It'll tell you the name of the Wi-Fi, the IP address, like all that stuff. Pretty simple and easy. Now, if we do come here to File Manager, this, you just put in your local storage, whatever it is that you have. For me, I highly recommend putting a USB, and that way you could just add whatever it is that you want. Your HDMI, whatever you connect within this port, this is what is going to say. So right now we have nothing in there, but if you had a Fire Stick, an NVIDIA Shield, whatever it is, that's what you're gonna use. Now the settings, very, very important here. You do have your network, you do have Bluetooth, so that's kind of self-explanatory. For projection, now here's the important part. Installation mode, you have front projector, you have rear projection, that's why it looks backwards. You have upside down front projection, so this is if it's on the ceiling, and then you have rear upside down if it was on the ceiling behind the screen. You do have a digital zoom, aspect ratio, auto keystone, which is nice. That's what I showed you guys in the beginning when I was moving it. Initial angle correction, and then manual keystone if you want to mess with it, and then reset keystone correction. So very easy. Now, when it comes to language and keyboard, you just, whatever language you're using. Right now I'm talking in English. I have this thing in English, so I want to be able to read everything. And then of course your input method is going to be whatever that is in English right now. So you do have also application, and with the application you have App Store, Clean, Music, Office Suite, Play Store, Screencast, and YouTube. So basic stuff there. Go to the Play Store, go to the App Store, and you'll be able to download pretty much whatever you want. For me, I highly recommend using the USB to expand the storage. 8 gigs is good. For me, I always like a little bit more just to add more apps. For date and time, this is very standard, automatic. You could do the dates, you could do the time zone, use the format. Very easy. With others, you have button sound. I have that turned off. You could do a screensaver, and then you could schedule it power off if you're not using it. And then of course, factory settings. The about is just gonna be some versions of what you're using. So the model of this is the TP360 UI version projector. Here is the model for that. Android version 14, there is your memory, there is your storage, and then the MAC and the serial number, and then local upgrade or online upgrade. For the most part, these projectors are just pretty standard. They're very easy to use. Now, the very bottom here, if you do click on this, this will show you all the apps that are currently installed. So just pick on whatever it is, and that should be pretty simple. If we pick on clean, there it goes. It's cleaning everything off, very easy. If you do hit the plus sign, this will add certain apps to your shortcut. Now, the cool thing is I already have Netflix, YouTube, and Disney here as shortcuts. If I want some other apps, let's just say I downloaded some third-party apps or other apps that are not on here, then I can definitely add them down here as a shortcut. So let's go ahead and go to YouTube and test how the video quality looks like. And check that out. I'll let it go ahead and play so that way you guys could hear the audio for this.
Now the Fire Sticks are just adding things in there without your consent, without your knowledge, and they're putting it in as an automatic default. So yeah, if you guys are brand new to the channel, consider subscribing if you're a return subscriber.
So pretty good. Everything works pretty solid here. Let's go ahead and look at the menu. And the one thing I always like to look at to see what the settings are. So when I go to the settings, it automatically pulls it up at 720p. Let's go ahead and go to advanced and set this up to 4K. And here it is. I actually played almost right away. I fast forwarded just a little bit, and the quality on this thing looks amazing. So everything on this projector works extremely smooth, sounds pretty good. If you want something more surround sound, you might want to get some Bluetooth speakers, like how to connect to that, which is going to be simple. But quality on this thing is just amazing, and I do have some decent light in here, so it is a little bit dark, but not pitch dark. So very, very nice. Now here's the video with full bright lights. This is everything is on in the room, and you can see how nice this thing is. It actually looks pretty clear. It's not perfect, but for daytime, if you're playing it, you might want to turn off the lights just a little bit, but it's not too bad. So here it is, guys, just to let you guys know how bright it is, and you can kind of still see it. It's not the greatest with bright lights like this, but if you just dim it down just a little bit, this thing is actually going to be pretty nice. So yeah, now the other thing too is, while we have this thing here, in the back, the remote does have to be pointing in some direction onto this thing. It does work even if I am pointing away from it, but yeah, for this thing, it works pretty solid. As you can see, I'm having it right here, right in front of me. But let me know what you guys think. I always try to get you guys here all the latest and greatest stuff. Yeah, this projector is actually very, very nice, works very, very good. If you want a very good commemorative 2026 FIFA, like the World Cup memorabilia, this projector is going to be it. It's very nice. It celebrates everything that we had for the World Cup. And because it is now at the end of the season, it just finished. These things, they're almost out. So pick one up if you guys want one of these. And I'm gonna leave links in the description below for everything. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys are doing well. You guys take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next one.